Hello student, how are you? Welcome to Principle and Design of Animation lesson with me, Iwan Sonjaya from State Polytechnic of Jakarta. Today, we will study about basic of animation and the consideration of animating in animate objects. The objective of the lesson are the student will be able to explain about basic animation and the consideration of animating in any active object. How animation work? 2D draw animation consists of series of drawing shoot one after another and flashback to give the illusion of movement. uh, this animation can play a number of ways in the form of flipboard. Basically, a file of drawing in sequence bound together and flip with the thumb. The drawing could be shot on film one drawing at a time with a movie camera and played back using a cinema projector. They could be shot on video camera and played back with a video player. They could shoot with a video camera attached to computer and playback on the same computer using animation program, or they can be scanned into the computer and playbacks. Animation for television in Europe, Africa, Middle East, and Australia is played at 25 frames per second. In this country, they use television system called PAL, which fly at 50 film or frame per second, and 25 frames per second is compatible with this. If we fly an animated film at 24 frames per second on the television, we would see a black bar rolling up the screen. The Americas, the West Indies, and the Pacific Rim countries use NTSC, which run at 60 frames per second. This means you should be animating at 30 frames per second. 60 is divisible by 30. Two methods to animate a sequence using traditional 2D animation. First, key-to-key animation, and the second, animating straight ahead. Key-to-key animating is when the key position or poses in sequence drawn before completing the section between them. I like to think of the key position as being the float or precise of a scene. They give a rough overall feel of the animation. The in-between drawing provide the characterization or the style. Animating key to key allow for large degree of control of your animation. It can prevent the character or object from changing sides or distorting where you don't want it. It also means you have control over the time of your animation, can more easily predict what action will happen, when and where. By line testing the key, you can see basic movement of a sequence before completing the full animation. This is example for the key. The key number 1, he looks at the glass. Key number 2, he grabs the glass in his hand. Key number 3, he raised the glass to his lips. Key number 4, the thief the content of the glass into his mouth. How many in between on where they are positioned different upon the character and the mood of the man. Animating straight ahead. This is when image in sequence of drawn directly one after the other. It can produce a more vibrant form of animation with more energy. Unfortunately, there is far lesser control with straight ahead animation, and distortion and change state are more likely. It's also more difficult to work out the timing because you can only check the animation with a line tester when it's all done, and then it might be wrong and you have to throw away a lot of drawing, redo it. How to animate in animate objects? Before I explain about of inanimate object, I will explain what is inanimate objects. My definition of inanimate object is any object that do not display life. We have two categories of it. The first are objects that do not move by themselves. They have to drop it, push it, pull it, propel it by individual. The second are inanimate objects that are able to move, like car, motorbikes, ship, aircraft, machine, engine, etc., etc. I would like still describe this thing as inanimate object because they are not alive. They show no character or emotion. In animates, there are many examples of previously inanimate objects that do display life. Car, gas boiler, toilet cleaner, circuit, etc. Have all give the breath of life by sticking on couple of eyes, more, some arm, some legs, and anything that display emotion. Let's look this slide. When animating any inanimate object, we have to take the following things into consideration. First, weight. 2, environment. 3, solidity. 4, force. 5, contraction. Weight. How heavy is the object? A bowling ball with 4 different to a balloon.
Oke, cut.
Ini